If you're a dental student, today I wanted to share two of my biggest regrets in dental school, and these are things I really wish I had done when I was a dental student. First, I really wish that I had started wearing loops earlier and I had started caring for my back earlier. I can still remember when I was in year one in dental school and when I was working in the sim lab drilling plastic teeth and practicing indirect vision. Tutors would always remind us to care for our back, sit up straight, sit properly, always watch our posture. But to be very honest, while I was struggling through all my practical tasks and having to redo one assignment over and over again just because I couldn't get it right, caring for my back unfortunately was the last thing on my mind. And when we move on from preclinical to clinics, when we actually start to see patients, we're doing new procedures for the first time, I can understand how nerve-wracking it is, and having the right posture would really be the last thing on your mind. My dad's a dentist and I grew up watching him deal with a lot of back pain. When I was younger, I would always be like, hey, why don't you try physiotherapy, or why don't you try some stretches? There must be some form of solution, right? Rather than sticking muscle patches on his back every day before he went to work. But after I became a dentist myself, I realized that it really isn't as easy as it seems. You might be thinking, okay, oh, I'll just care about my posture once I graduate, once I start working. But no, it doesn't work that way. Once you form bad habits are really hard to change. And the later you start, actually, the harder it is for you to adapt to wearing loops, for example. And just because you are young doesn't make you immune. I can say honestly that back pain and disc problems, back problems are really common among young dentists. And I'm sure we all had friends who had unfortunately have to undergo surgery, or maybe they're undergoing regular physiotherapy for their back pain. It really is more common than you think. When I was in dental school and subsequently once I started working, I tried several models of loops, 3 different brands, and each time round I found it really hard to get used to it, and eventually I gave up. It was not until recently this year, until I was dealing with very bad pain myself, that I decided that I really needed something to change, and that's when I started wearing my current set of loops. For me personally, I think wearing loops has helped me a lot in terms of maintaining my posture and relieving my back pain. But even if you decide that wearing loops is not for you, please take care of your back, watch your posture whenever you're doing things if you really want longevity in this career. It really is not fun going to work with back pain. When your back pain is so severe and you can't go to work, you will be affected, and your patients on your list will also be affected. The second thing I wish I had done was to ask more questions and to not be afraid of looking stupid or asking stupid questions, because that's the best way that you are going to be able to learn. And I wish I had asked more questions, not just about dental school dentistry, but about real life, real world dentistry. In the real world, is very different from dental school dentistry. In dental school dentistry, everything is in a very ideal kind of setting, which does not always happen in the real world. So I wish I had asked more questions about how to handle difficult situations, difficult conversations, as well as more questions about real life clinical settings. But I think I also say this because once I graduated, I realized how much I did not know, and there was still so much more to learn. I knew I definitely did try my best. Sometimes we are limited by time and we just don't have the chance to ask all the questions that we want to know. Next time, once you graduate, if you want to ask those questions, you would be paying to attend a CE course, queuing to ask the lecturer questions. So don't take this opportunity to ask questions in dental school for granted. If you are a dentist yourself now and you have other things that you regret not doing in dental school, comment down below.